So let's talk about what you may be feeling. These are some pain points that most people feel. The first one is I don't have time. Let's talk about it. It is the number one thing I hear from professionals when I bring up building a business is time. And I get it. Like they're saying stuff like, Tashima, I barely have time to sleep. How am I supposed to build a business? And I get it. I genuinely do. You're running on fumes between your career, your family, your health, and everything else that demands your attention. The idea of adding one more thing sounds absolutely exhausting and asinine. Crazy, right? I get it. But here's the reframe like I want to offer you, okay? The question isn't, do I have time to build a business? The real question is, can I afford not to build something that creates time freedom? Because here's the truth, the business model most professionals are in right now is the one that costs you the most time. You trade 40, 50, 60 hours a week for a paycheck. And the only way to make more money is to trade more hours. You see, the wellness business model I'm going to show you is built on leverage and duplication. That simply means over time, not overnight. Over time, your income starts to work independently of your hourly effort. Hope you're getting that. Now, does it take time to build in the beginning? Absolutely, yes. I am not going to lie to you, but we're talking about 5 to 10 focused hours a week, not quitting your job, not working through the night. Focused, strategic, productive time using a system that's already been built for you. Got it? So, in fact, like most of the professionals I work with say, like the hardest part wasn't finding the time. No, the hardest part is actually giving themselves permission to invest that time into themselves. That was the hardest part. Pain point number two, and I also hear this a lot, I can't afford to risk it. I got it. I get it. I hear about it. Second thing is money. It's money, right? And this is what it usually sounds like. I can't afford to invest in something that might not work. I can respect that. I get it. Totally do. Completely respect it. You've worked hard for every dollar you have. And I know you're not interested in throwing money at a gamble. No, no, no. So I'm going to ask you something. How much have you invested in your education, your degree, your certifications, your continuing education every single year? Every year. Tens of thousands of dollars, dare I say hundreds of thousands of dollars in some cases. And that investment was made on the assumption that your career would pay off over time, right? So the question isn't whether to invest. The question is, what are you investing in? See, the Herbalife business has one of the lowest startup costs of any legitimate business model I've ever seen. We're not talking about a franchise here. We're not talking about even a brick and mortar business. We're talking about starting with products that you're already going to use for your own health and building from there, right? And unlike your degree, your certifications, which only paid you back through your own labor, this model can keep paying you even when you're not working, right? Hope you getting this. With that being said, like, I'm not here to tell you this is a get rich quick opportunity, because it is not. This is a real business. And like any real business, it rewards consistency, not shortcuts. No, no, no. Absolutely not. Pain point number 3. This is one that's a big one, okay? I'm just going to address the elephant that is in the room right now. Let's just get into it, okay? You've heard the word pyramid scheme. And maybe someone you know had a bad experience. Maybe you've seen the YouTube videos or the Reddit threads. I'm sure you have, right? And as a physician, I'm going to give you my honest clinical assessment, okay? Here's what I know about pyramid schemes. They make money by recruiting, not selling real products to real people. You see, the income comes from signing people up, not from genuine product demand. That's the difference. Herbalife is a product based business. The products exist. People buy them repeatedly, not because they're being recruited, but because they simply work. I use them myself. I have personally seen the results in my own health journey. So, is the Herbalife business model perfect? Absolutely not. Like any business, your results depend on your effort, your consistency, and whether you're a good fit for this kind of work. Now, there are people who join and do absolutely nothing, and then they make nothing. That's not a scam. That's just reality. Okay? But is it a legitimate business opportunity with a real product line and a real income potential for people willing to work it properly? Yes, absolutely yes. And that's my professional opinion as a physician who looked at this with a skeptic's eye before I ever put my name behind it. Okay? Maybe you're thinking something else like, "Oh my god, what will people think of me?" I I get it. Like this one here, this one is personal. And I know it's real because I felt the exact same way. I felt it too. When you're a professional, when you spent years earning a title, a reputation, a level of respect in your field, the idea of doing network marketing feels, kind of uncomfortable, maybe even embarrassing, so to speak, right? I thought about what my colleagues would say. I thought about how my patients might perceive me. I thought about whether, this was beneath what I worked so hard to build. But then, I had to check myself because where exactly did that thought come from? Right? It wasn't it wasn't God, okay? It came from a belief system that says certain kinds of work are prestigious and certain kinds are not. What, trading your time for a salary in a traditional job is noble, but building a business that creates leverage and freedom is somehow suspicious. Hmm. Make it make sense. It doesn't. Think about that for a second. We're all conditioned to accept a model that makes someone else wealthy from our labor, and to be skeptical of a model that puts us in control of our own income. Hmm. Now, listen, I'm not here to tell you what anyone else will think. Like, I can't control that. And guess what? Neither can you. Don't sweat the small stuff. But what I can tell you is this: the professionals that I've watched build this business are some of the most incredible, impressive, mission driven people I've ever met. They're not desperate, they're not pushy, they are strategic, they are values led, and they're building something real. Seriously. All right. And a year from now, just think about it. A year from now, when your income is growing and your time is more yours, listen, you won't be thinking about what anyone thought. You'll be thinking about, why didn't I start sooner? That's what you're going to be thinking. Maybe you're feeling this one too. Like, this is pain point number 5. I am not a salesperson. Listen, the last fear I want to address, this is it. I'm not a salesperson. I don't like selling. I don't want to be that person. Good. Stay right there. Neither do I. And let me tell you what this business actually is and what it is not. Okay? It is not about cold calling strangers. It is not pressuring your friends and your family. It is not showing up to someone's house uninvited with a bag of shakes. No, absolutely not. Okay? It is about connecting people who have a genuine problem with a genuine solution. It's about having real conversations. It's about sharing your own experience. It's about helping someone who is struggling with their energy, their weight, their health, and introducing them to something that has worked for you. That's what it is about. Doctors do this every day. We do this every day. Teachers do this every day. Like when you recommend a restaurant to a friend, you're doing this. It's the same thing, right? And the system I use isn't about selling, it's about attracting the right people, starting real conversations, and letting the results and the community speak for themselves. That's what it's about. And I will walk you through exactly what that actually looks like in just a moment. Okay?